Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. Today we are going to talk about a few highlights from this upcoming Alaska season on Princess, as well as a change to the White Pass railway trips up into Canada that I wanted to let you know about, and that change is going to apply to all cruise lines, not just to Princess. And so first of all, I would like to welcome all of our Let's Go family members. It is wonderful to be with you. And also welcome to all of you who are new. We're glad you're here. If anyone hasn't subscribed to our channel, we would sure appreciate it if you would subscribe. And I think that it will help you as well, because you will become part of an amazing group that shares lots of information as well as experiences. And it's just a wonderful place to be. So first of all, the White Pass Railroad, the White Pass and Yukon route railroad webpage, they have issued a statement saying that they are sorry. They regret to inform everyone, but they have been working for months to restore the Carcross and Fraser train service combination, and that affects the visits that go over the border into Canada. They are not going to be able to offer that for the 2022 cruise season. Any of you who had that excursion booked or have one of those cruises booked that Princess would have notified you, or any other cruise line would have notified you, I would love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind just letting us know if they're offering a different option or just telling you to book a different excursion, just kind of how they're handling that, or if they have even notified you yet, because the cross-border tours are not going to be able to happen this year due to construction delays. And so I just wanted to let you know about that. And also, when you are, if you are taking the White Pass Railway on just to go up and back, and we've done that a couple of times, and I highly recommend that. One time we took it up, and it did go into Canada a little bit right there, and then come back down just right there at the peak. But then they also have one that you can take the train up and the bus back down, and we have done that as well, and I highly recommend both of them. And so it's a really good option, and they've got the ones that go up but don't go into Canada, so you can still do it. Now, when you're on that train, they do have some COVID updates, and I thought I would let you know what they are, but they did not mention wearing a mask in any of their protocols. So I'd love to hear from the first of, well, any of you this whole season that go, and let us kind of know how that goes. If they do have you wear a mask, just what the requirements are. Last year when we were in Alaska in August, we didn't do the train excursion because we had already done it a couple of times, and we did the one to the Haines Wilderness excursion, and I highly recommend that one too. So we have a video about that one. We'll link that below so that you can see it. But so we didn't take it, but in Alaska you were supposed to wear your mask, so I think it was required on the train last year, but it sounds like maybe it's not this year. But they are just pointing out that they have enhanced their cleaning. They have changed their guest seating a little bit so that people can be spaced a little bit better. They've got better space social distancing protocols at embarkation and debarkation. While you're waiting, they've trained their employees more and have given them additional it says PPE, but I would be shocked if they're wearing PPE on those trains. But I wonder if they're having them wear a mask perhaps. And then I like that they say that they also have enhanced communication with guests pre-boarding so that they can identify any issues before departure. So that's just what we've got as far as news on that White Pass Yukon route for the train. The next thing that I wanted to let everyone know is Princess. I know a little while ago I talked to you about, like a few months ago, about how Princess does a really good job of making their Alaskan cruises feel like you are really in Alaska. And that is one of the things that I really like about it. When you are on a Princess cruise, they really go out of their way. They have the rangers come on board when you're in Glacier Bay. They usually will bring in the little puppies so that everyone can get to see those, from the people that raise the puppies into becoming sled dogs. And so that is always a really special thing. They also they have a lot of cuisine and a lot of, they'll bring on Alaska beers and wines for people who enjoy trying new things. And so Princess just very recently on March 30th, actually, they released another press release about this, and I wanted to share it with you because it gives a little bit more detail, and it sounds like they are actually kicking it up a notch in what they are offering from Alaska when you are on one of their cruises. For a really long time, they have had the program that is called Cook My Catch, and what that does is if you go on an excursion and you catch like salmon or whatever you're fishing for, if you bring that, they'll help you bring it back onto the ship, and then they will cook that for your dinner so that you get to actually eat your catch. So I know they've been doing that for a long time. I remember them doing that clear back like when we went on our first cruise to Alaska in 2014. They were offering it then, and they also mentioned it in this, so that is still ongoing. So I think that's wonderful. It says that they are launching their Wild for Alaska seafood program this year, and it's going to be on all 6, yes, you heard right, 6 Princess ships that are going to be sailing in Alaska this year. And it says that this is an industry first, and they're going to have an extensive menu that rotates like we're used to in the main dining room of Alaska seafood dishes. And they are partnering, I really like this, they are partnering with 3 different fisheries there in Alaska to do this, and they are fisheries who really pay extra attention to all the environmental issues, make sure that they don't overfish and handle everything the way that they should. So they are partnering with them actually there in Alaska to be able to bring the fresh seafood on board. So it should be spectacular dining, everyone. It should be really good. He says that they are, and they're one-of-a-kind dishes. I should point that out. And they've got that new, what is his name? Rudy Soderman, the new head of all of Princess Cuisine, who is like an amazing chef. He is helping develop all these dishes, so they are indeed going to be really good. And so I just wanted to make sure that you know they're going to offer 30 different seafood menu items, so that every night in the main dining room you will have a different option of an Alaskan seafood item. And they're going to include Alaska salmon, including the king, sockeye, and coho, as well as wild Alaska cod, halibut, rockfish, Dungeness crab, wild spot prawns, and razor clams. So they are, I think they're really going they're really creating an amazing culinary experience for everyone on board. And then also in the specialty restaurants, they are also going to have some of these special Alaska dishes with the fresh Alaskan seafood. So no matter where you're eating on the ship, you can have some amazing fresh Alaska seafood. I was just really excited when I heard about this. I also said, like, let me tell you, I think it's in the Crown Grill. Yes, in the Crown Grill, they are going to have an option of that Copper River salmon. Copper River salmon is known to be like some of the most amazing salmon in the whole world. And so to be able to have that on a cruise ship, I think is just fabulous. The last thing that I wanted to make sure that everybody knows about, and this I think is just glorious, is that this year in Alaska, with how many cruise ships are going, it is a record-breaking year. And I am really so happy with that news, because for the last year, the cruise season was much shorter, and it was there weren't near so many people on the ships. And so I know that it was harder for the cruise lines, but it was also really hard for all of the people who live in all of these communities where the cruise ships visit, because they weren't having the tourism that usually supports like their restaurants and their shopping and their excursions. Just everything was down. And then of course we all know that for 2020 there was nothing. And so I am really excited to hear that everything is coming back, and coming back big for everyone there in Alaska, so that they can hopefully have a chance to start earning some money back again. So I just wanted to let you know, now I mentioned that Princess is going to have 6 ships there. They're having the Discovery, the Majestic, the Royal, the Ruby, the Crown, and the Grand Princess, as well as the Sapphire Princess. Those ships are going to all be sailing in Alaska, if you can believe it. And the earliest cruise is starting on April 29th, and I believe the last one goes, I want to say September 17th, which is just wonderful. And then other cruise lines, this is so exciting, that are going to be sailing in Alaska this year. We've got Oceania Cruises, Windstar, Regent Seven Seas, Viking Seabourn, American Cruise Lines, Alaskan Dream Cruises, Uncruise Adventures, American Queen Voyages, the Lindblad Expeditions, Hurtigruten, and the Hapag-Lloyd. And that is in addition to like your Royal Caribbean, your Norwegian, and Holland America are also having their ships up there. And so I just am really excited. Gordon and I are working on figuring out when we can go to Alaska this summer. If he can't end up coming because of work, I think I might just go. And so we'll keep you posted on that though. But if any of you have any questions about any of this or anything that you would like to share, I would love to hear from you all what you are excited about. If you've got an Alaskan cruise booked this year, I'd love to hear what you enjoy most if you have been before. Just add anything that you would help someone out or that we would enjoy reading. We would really appreciate that. If you've got, like I said, if you've got any questions, put those. And if I don't know the answer, often someone else does, but I'm also very happy to look for the answer. And if you appreciate my videos, would you please give this video a thumbs up, because that really helps us out. And I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.